Hey y'all, welcome to Kamira's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you guys breakfast recipes that are going to just help you with those busy mornings. Now, as many of you all know, I am a full-time teacher. I'm also a full-time content creator. Plus, as many of you guys have seen, I have been losing weight, so I'm on a fitness journey. So guys, I'm going to be showing you recipes that fit my lifestyle and hopefully you will love them too. Okay, they're going to be quick. There's some of them are going to be make ahead. Other options are going to be things you can make quickly the day of. And of course, you know they gotta taste good. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. For our first recipe, we're going to be making some maple chicken breakfast sausage sandwiches on English muffins. These are freezer friendly, so you can always have them on hand for those busy mornings. We're going to be making our maple chicken sausage. I am going to be using the spices that you see here, but you can also use whatever spices you like, and turkey. Okay, turkey works really good for this recipe. I am going to double up on the chicken sausage because I just, if I'm going to do it, I like to go ahead and have a lot of it prepared, but you technically only need 1 pound of sausage for the amount that I am going to be showing you all today. Now, I added in my spices. I will have the measurements in the description box. I did crush the fennel seeds. I crushed them to help release the flavor, and I'm using fresh sage. You can use dried sage in about half of the amount and a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to mix this together, and then I'm going to use an ice cream scooper just to scoop out the perfect portion of sausage. I'm going to flatten these out in my pan and cook these on both sides for about 4 to 5 minutes. You are going to see that it's going to get quite brown, and that is from the sugar from that maple in this sausage recipe, and that is normal and fine. Okay, just make sure you don't cook it on too high of a temperature. I'm going to preheat the oven to 375 degrees, and then I'm going to start combining all of my eggs. I'm also going to use half of a cup of cottage cheese. That's going to boost the protein and the creaminess, but y'all, you are not going to taste the cottage cheese at all. The cottage cheese is just going to boost the protein and it's going to make you feel more satisfied. I use an immersion blender to get a silky smooth texture, but you can just use a whisk or a blender if you like. I'm going to bake this for 18 to 20 minutes until the middle is set. I am going to use English muffins. I'm using the light kind today, but any type of English muffin that you prefer is going to work for this recipe. I'm going to toast them, so I'm just doing a very light spray of avocado oil, and I'm going to put these on broil for about 2 to 3 minutes because this can go from light skin to dark skin in 2.5 seconds. Okay, so keep your eye on that thing. Now, this is our eggs. I have allowed them to cool, and there are a couple ways you can cut the eggs. If you are like, you just want that perfect circle, you can use a big biscuit cutter and cut them. Or if you're like me and you do not care, you can just use a spatula and cut this into 6 equal pieces. All that's really left now is assembly, and see how easy this is. We made our sausage. We're going to put the sausage down on the bun first. I feel like that keeps any sogginess from getting into the English muffin from the egg. Then I add my egg mixture, and then I add whatever cheese I want. Some of these I'm doing cheddar cheese. Other ones I'm doing pepper jack cheese. Choose mustard cheese if you like that. It really does not matter. I'm going to wrap these up in some parchment paper well. I'm going to secure them tightly. I prefer parchment paper over foil for this because when you go to reheat these, you can heat them up in the microwave in the parchment paper. I'm going to put 3 of these in the refrigerator. So these I'm just going to put back into the package and stick in the fridge. I'm also going to prep the other 3. Those are going to go in the freezer. Okay, I'm going to eat those next week. And so I'm just going to prep them, mark the label in the freezer bag, and then push out all the air. If you're eating them from frozen, you can stick them in the microwave for about 1 minute to defrost, and then you can crisp them up in the air fryer for about 5 minutes. Let me know if you're willing to try this recipe. I love this. I feel like this is so great when I'm busy. This is delicious, very filling. Sometimes I have a little fruit with it and I'm good to go. My registered dietitian would love the breakfast options that I'm showing you guys today. Let me introduce you guys to the sponsor of today's video, Nourish. I have lost over 40 pounds as a girly diagnosed with PCOS, and I have been getting into weightlifting. Guys, I have been lifting heavy, and so your girl has been hungry, okay? I sought a dietitian at Nourish to help me know how to fuel my body for my workouts so that I could recomposition, but I am more of an intuitive eater. I don't want to be counting every single macro and tracking every little calorie. Something that surprised me is that she actually wanted me to increase my carbs. So many times I've been told to cut carbs left and right, y'all, but she helped me pick the right carbs and make the right swaps in my meal so that I could fuel my workouts and feel good and energized throughout the day. What I love about Nourish is that depending on your insurance provider, there is a good chance that your sessions will be 100% covered. I am with Aetna and I don't pay anything out of pocket for my sessions. However, if you find out that your first session isn't covered, Nourish got you. Okay, they are going to cover the cost of that first session for you because they want to be transparent about the real cost of working with a registered dietitian. It takes less than 5 minutes to sign up. Your sessions are on Zoom, and you can also use the app. On the app, you can take pictures of your food, and the AI is going to calculate the macros and the calories and all of that for you. If you want to try Nourish, and I highly encourage you to because you really have nothing to lose, you can use the link on the screen or the link in the description box. Now, guys, let's get back to the rest of these breakfast options. My next recipe is a high protein baked oats. Now this recipe is loved by me, by kids. Everyone who has tried this recipe really enjoys it. It's great when you're on the go, but you can also eat it with a little bit of Greek yogurt. It is so delicious. And most of all, it's easy to make. This recipe, there is a lot of room for flexibility, so make sure that you use the mix-ins and the ingredients that you like and the taste that your family is going to enjoy, because really this is a base recipe, but it's super flexible. I'm going to start off with 2 ripe bananas. I'm crushing them in the peel first, like mashing them a bit, because I find they're just easier to mash up once I get them in the bowl if they're already kind of mushy before I put them in. And I don't have to get my hands dirty at all. Once I mash these up, I'm then going to put in 1 egg. Now, if you don't have banana or you don't like it, you can also use 1 cup of pumpkin puree. Use 3 tablespoons of your preferred nut butter. I'm using almond butter, a half of a cup of pecans, a half of a cup of coconut, unsweetened, 3 tablespoons of your seed of choice, a tablespoon of chia seeds, as well as a tablespoon of flaxseed. I'm also using 2 cups of oatmeal, like rolled oats, and a half of a cup of raisins. Now, I am putting in 2 scoops of protein powder. This protein powder has stevia in it, so that is actually the sweetener for this recipe for me. If you use a protein powder that does not have stevia, or maybe you don't even want to use protein powder at all, you just don't prefer it, then I would put in about 1/3 of a cup of maple syrup or just sweeten it to your taste. Put in 1 cup of your milk of choice, whether that be plant-based or dairy-free, and a half of a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. That's going to boost the protein and also add a lot of creaminess. Then I'm putting in 1.5 cups of any berry of choice. I'm using blueberries today, but blackberries are delicious in this as well. In my baking dish, I'm going to add some parchment paper just so that these come out fairly easily. I'm going to spread them out, and then I'm going to bake these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Do not overbake, okay? Do not overbake, because these can get dry on you real quick, all right? Keep in mind you're going to be reheating these, so that will also, warm them up as well, and that will affect the texture. Once you see that they have cooled completely, then you're going to cut them. I like to make these into 12 different squares, and then I'm going to just put these in the fridge. Now, you can put these in a freezer bag and freeze them and then just thaw them in the microwave, but I actually ate these up pretty quickly. They're really good with 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt, like a yogurt topper, but also sometimes I just eat them on their own, and then maybe I have a boiled egg with it. I just store these in a container, and this is a delicious, quick breakfast option for me. Let me know if you're going to try this and what flavors you would use in yours. Now, my last option is for a super busy morning, but this is very filling, or this is also good as a post-workout meal or post-workout snack. I am going to be using the base of this is going to be Greek yogurt. Okay, I'm going to use non-fat Greek yogurt, but whole milk Greek yogurt is like delicious, almost giving mango lassi in this recipe. I'm using Fairlife milk because it's higher in protein, but you can use regular milk. With all of these recipes, I want you to use what you feel comfortable using. Okay, these are just my choices. I am also going to add some fruit. I switch the fruit depending on the day. Today I'm using a little mango and pineapple, but some days I use berries. The protein powder is optional. I am using it because I like the flavor that it has, and I often have this after a workout. Like maybe I work out hard on the weekend and then I have this for my breakfast. I'm going to put in 1 cup of yogurt. I'm just using a food scale so I don't have to dirty up my cups, and then I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup of fruit of choice and 4 ounces of milk and 1 scoop of protein powder. Again, the protein powder is optional. This is filling regardless. Blend this until it is silky smooth and you have a delicious smoothie. Sometimes I will even have this with some boiled eggs because I often like to chew something with my breakfast. I don't know, I just can't drink something only, so that's my choice. You can also double up the portion and make this the day ahead. This smoothie stores very well overnight in the fridge. Let me know in the comments which one of these recipes you are going to make, or are you going to try all of them? I love them and I keep them in heavy rotation. I know you're going to enjoy them so much. I'll see you next time in Camille's Kitchen. Goodbye, y'all, and God bless.